Bound for Glory. We also have news, breaking news. Well, not really. It was breaking this morning.
Ooh.
We know that Joey Ryan has signed a contract. Boo. We know that Ace Romero signed a contract. Boo. I saw him almost kill Sawyer Fulton like 3 months ago on a Twitch broadcast. Not a fan of the guy.
I can believe it.
Like, he literally knocked himself out of the match. I guess not good. But
But
confirmed. Reno Scum
ooh,
are from Nevada.
oh man,
Oh man, and they signed a contract. Woohoo! Yay! When I got the Romero and the Joey Ryan news, I was like, ugh, fuck, I am done with this company. And then I saw Reno Scum sign to, ooh, a back.
now the other surprise person, Kylie Ray.
Yeah, Smiley Kylie.
Has she signed, or was that like a one-off, two-off appearance, or whatever, or what's the deal there?
Well, I got some dirt.
Ooh, the dirt.
All right, I got it out of my finger now. As for Kylie Ray, I know that Impact wants to sign her, and I know that there were overtures made. No decision has been made either way. From all that I can glean, because I did talk to a few people this weekend, and then I also did my work. I called some more. The idea is that Kylie's kind of gun shy about signing any more contracts for the interim. For whatever reason. That was the implication. It's not a direct quote from her. It's not something that she said to anyone. I was told the vibe was that she kind of is a little iffy. So whatever happened with AEW is kind of like, she kind of wants more autonomy over her control. And that's not a bad thing, you know. The whole reason Joey Ryan signed with Impact as opposed to AEW, and I wish he would have because fuck that, is that AEW was going to restrict him too much. And Impact was going to allow him to keep all of his indie dates and still allow him to do the gimmick that he's created and cultivated over all these years. It's not a good gimmick.
Joy. So much joy.
Don't you want to see Joey Ryan walk around with Easter baskets in his pants at kid shows? You know, taunting the children with his ill-fated lollipop? I know I do. Sarcasm.
See, an idea popped into my mind, and this
Drown him?
might, well,
That might be a bit much.
a little bit, but
Just that last
part of
word.
me was like, how? I mean, have Joey Ryan walk up to Ace Austin while Ace is doing the whole bird in the box thing.
Oh no.
I mean, it's an odd juxtaposition. It would be nearly as funny as when it was Stone Rockwell.
Why is it Stone Rockwell's side, goddammit?
Damn it, where is this man?
We might see him this weekend because they are filming up in Toronto, I believe. And Stone, I think, is either out of Toronto, like Windsor, or Detroit. So the odds of him being seen are good. Did somebody say convenient location? The other thing that I think is interesting is if you really want to do something with Joey Ryan, pair him with him, Swinger.
That guy. Ah,
I think
okay.
Joey Ryan and Johnny Swinger would be a compatible tag team of miscreants who are a little on the salacious side.
Salacious and a little dated as well.
Yeah, it's very dated.
Now, Joey Ryan, hate the gimmick. Hate the gimmick. I don't necessarily hate the concept, though. The problem with Joey Ryan is that he took the sleazy thing way too far.
He took it to the nth degree.
Yes.
The whole dick suplex, I think I'm good with. And I don't think there's many people who would argue that. I know a lot of people are like, well, there's like 20,000 Twitter users who love it. And I'll be like, yeah, and there's like 12 million wrestling fans who don't.
Yeah.
You know, he caters to his audience, sure, but let's be honest. I don't want his audience watching my product anyway.
I mean, he yes, he caters to his audience, but he could have the stigma of driving everyone else away.
I mean,
Because you Joey Ryan is either you love the gimmick or you despise it.
yeah, there's no in between. There's no he's fine.
Yeah.
And I personally think a lot of people say they love the gimmick because in wrestling more than any kind of outlet, I see more people just kind of following along. I see a lot of people who say things for the purpose of fitting in, and I'm not that guy.
Right.
I don't care. I spent my weekend getting harassed by a former writer of Sherdog because I refused to kowtow to baseless accusations. Fuck you. Fight me. My new job is stressful.
I'm so sorry, Jay.
It's okay. It's okay because I get to vent on here. But the other thing that I think is interesting about the Joey Ryan situation is Impact has the opportunity to now kill the hype around the gimmick.
Mm-hmm.
Just have Brian Cage throw him through like a 30,000-foot ceiling fan and call it a day. And he falls to the ground. And, hey, Joey Ryan, the gimmick is dead. Now Joey Ryan's like, what am I going to do? Who cares? Fuck you. I don't like Joey Ryan as a wrestler, as a person. I don't like his antics. I don't like his beliefs. I don't like his theology. I don't like his methodology. I don't like his fucking mustache. Everything about him needs to be punched in the face repeatedly. I don't like intergender wrestling. I don't like this crap cop-out fucking performance art nonsense. And Joey Ryan represents all of that. And I, honest to God, mean this when I say this. If Impact keeps going down this road, signing these hack-ass, slap-ass, do-nothing motherfuckers, I will go on another goddamn sabbatical from this company. Don't even at me. I will change this to making an AEW or making an NWA.
A Dynamite?
Making it Dynamite. Blowing up the Dynamite. That's the name of the podcast.
A power with like 5 R's?
It's not power. It's purr. Pronounce it right or get out of here. Fuck. I shouldn't have to keep telling people this. It's purr. You like some of that purr? I sell propane and propane accessories. God damn it, Papa. No, he doesn't say God. Damn it, Papa. You want some of that purr? Wingo! I've been watching way too much fucking King of the Hill. I will say this. Whenever Dale says, Wingo! I get so excited because he's so happy. Wingo, here we go. So we're going to start with Prelude to Glory. This was a really good show. Sold out crowd. I think there's about 400 people. That's pretty good. It's South Bend, Indiana.
Yes.
The fighting of Notre Dame. Here's something singing my name. Da, 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 da. The only player I know is Rudy.
Well, Josh Matthews, I believe, pointed this out.
Was this before
during
or
the
after
show.
he got punched in the face for being a douchebag? Oh, wait, no. That's going to happen when I meet him.
I mean, I feel like it could have been both before and after. Cause,
face punch.
Who says it just has to happen once?
Wingo. Here we go.
But he did point out that Dave Christ was once quarterback for the Fighting Irish. And I did a double take. I was like, I remember a Christ as the quarterback.
That can't be true.
I remember this. There was definitely a Christ as a quarterback. Whether it was actually Dave Christ, who could say?
I got a Dane Christ.
Is that his real name or not?
No, because I'm pretty sure this dude's black.
Mm.
Let me double check. They got all these new agey names. Oh no, Dane Christ is white. So he's not even right. This looks nothing like him. To be fair,
there you go.
To be fair, I don't actually there. Yeah, this dude is not Dave Christ.
This is not Dave Christ.
This isn't even Dave Christ if you wanted to fantasize about how good he'd look. That dude's a Calvin Klein model. Dave Christ looks like he's out of a fucking back ad for a 1980s horror magazine. You want to snuff somebody? Here, this is Dave Christ. Snuff him. No, this dude's a fucking model. Maybe Dave Chris played quarterback for the Ohio Notre Dame College, Division III nobodies, but he damn sure did play at Notre Dame. But cool that you mentioned that because I didn't even pick that up because I was too busy ignoring him because the goddamn audio is terrible all night.
It was so
We got
bad.
a video package, 15 seconds, 12, 11, 4, 68. Sir, I don't think you know how to count. Steve, stay off the line. God damn it, Stu. Guys, it's Josh. Shut up, Josh!
Hey, Dan. Yes, Steve? Does this microphone turn off? Yes, it does.
I remember that.
What the fuck? Because just push the button after he's done.
Because it was I remember this. It was during the Moose.
It was Moose, wasn't it?
Yes, it was Moose.
Dan, does this mic turn off? Yes, it does. Are we coming off extremely unprofessional during this broadcast? I would say yes. Alright, just making sure. Hey, how many whores did you guys need for tonight? 4? Moose wants 3 on his own. Make that 7.
I feel like during the Eddie Edwards match, they were talking about they piped in to talk about where Kenny was under the ring. I'm not entirely sure,
Where's
but
Kenny?
they were talking about something being under the ring.
Where's Kenny? So I'm back in catering. If he keeps eating, it's gonna be way too heavy to swing. That's what I was telling him. He needs to stay at kendo stick weight. He wants to go to baseball bat weight though. No, that's gonna be too heavy.
Fucking A. How do they keep fucking up these broadcasts?
I don't know.
So there is kind of like this thing for some reason. Apparently, wherever they go to these shows, it's the host companies. They're responsible for bringing the equipment. After this weekend, you can't afford to keep letting this fucking happen.
No.
So, like,
Also,
Bound for Glory.
can
Yes, go on.
can we please find a way to sync the mic up with the actual broadcast? Because we're basically just getting what the microphones on the cameras are hearing over the speakers. And it don't work very well.
It's kind of cool to see what would happen in the past while you're living in the future.
Right?
Bound for Glory, I'm not going to give them any credit, any issues for, because that was a Fight TV issue. Because some people ordered it on Fight TV. I ordered it on pay-per-view. I didn't have any issues. Whatever.
What were the issues for? I know there was like
It didn't broadcast like the first 15 minutes of the show.
yeah, okay, that's what it was. Yeah, I heard about it.
Good job, guys. But like the next 2 nights, completely 100% Impact's fault for not being properly prepared. Like you want to tell me the first couple months in that these are issues from within inside the secondary companies that you're working with? Fair. But it's been how goddamn long? How many goddamn shows have we been through? How many goddamn times do we gotta go through this before somebody goes, guys, a Canon camera costs $450. You know, let's buy 3 and some mics and call it a day. It's not that hard.
It really is.
You have people making brilliant fan-made trailers for Crisis on a $500 Mac. Don't tell me we can't put $2,000, maybe $3,000 into equipment to improve these broadcasts, which will one day become the backbone of your fucking product. Like, God damn, come on.
Yeah, I mean, we really need to start seeing actual money being put into the product.
Well, they are putting money into the product. I do want to make that abundantly clear. When you look at like the TV stuff, when you look at all of the talent rosters, you know, like the re-signings, the touring, you know, none of that is cheap.
Sure.
And they've put in thousands and thousands of dollars into the platform. Like Impact Plus is arguably the best streaming platform I have. And I don't mean to say that as a fanboy. I love the interface. It's so easy to use. the accessibility and ability to find whatever you're looking for is so easy. I love it. Much better than WB Network. I would say better than New Japan World, mostly just because I don't speak the Japanese. This is a bit of an issue. Better than Netflix because Netflix just gives you what they want you to watch.
Yeah.
Trending. I don't think so, Netflix. I don't think the Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt's trending, mostly because you canceled it. Liar.
Yeah.
So, I really do like the interface. The problem is when they do these specialty shows, the Impact Pluses and the Twitches. I mean, I can't give you a break with the Twitch stuff when you broadcast with a fucking phone. Now, that being said, quality was fantastic. Like, at first I'm like, what is with this quality? And then it's like, Josh Matthews pops up. Guys, gotta go. Need my phone back. I'm like, wait, you're broadcasting this on a phone? Huh.
Props.
Oh, golly bob at it. It's pretty impressive. So then I went from being, the quality of this show is benign and beneath the average consumer to, woohoo, look at that phone. It's looking pretty good. See, context is everything.
It is.
You see a white dude with his hand in the air, Hitler. You see the man with the hands in the air, and then he starts waving his wrist, and then a taxi cab comes up. Oh, handing a taxi. Context is everything. So let's talk about the first show, Prelude to Glory.
Okay.
Opening contest was Swan Mac versus the Desi Hit Squad sans Mahabali Shera. I am so sorry. I don't remember if Shera was there for the match. I don't think he was. I don't think he was on the show at all.
Wait.
Was he?
I thought he was. Raj was not there. It was Rohit and Shira.
Was it Rohit and Shera for Prelude?
Yeah.
You sure?
I'm pretty damn sure.
Double dog sure?
I'm a double check this shit. I will say one thing. Prelude to Glory was not put on the front page of the Impact Plus site.
Yeah, I couldn't find it.
Had to do a little search for it. Had to run a search.
It says Raj and Rohit. Yeah. There was no Mahabali. Did you watch Prelude tonight?
I watched it yesterday.
They must have taken it down today because I couldn't find it. Ruh-roh. I didn't search it though. I just looked at the front page and assumed it wasn't there.
Yeah, I'm watching it right now on the Impact Plus app, and it's Willie Mack staring down Mahabali Shera.
So Mahabali Shera was at the match.
Yes, not Raj.
Are you sure?
Raj nowhere to be seen.
Are you sure Raj wasn't in the match?
I am 100% sure.
Can you screen cap this and send it to me? Because I'd like to. I'd like to.
Damn it! I just closed it.
Well, reopen it, motherfucker.
I'm going. I'm going.
Because I'd like to mock Fightful for not knowing what they're talking about. It is my hobby.
Understandable.
I write about people punching each other in the face for work. I mock journalists who don't know what they're talking about for fun. It's kind of my kink. It's my fetish.
Yeah, man, you do you.
Right?
Do you.
Right? Like, as long as it's all consenting adults.
You put yourself out there as a journalist and you fuck up. Ask for it, man.
Right? Do you know how many times I hit Google search on names just to make sure I spell them right? At one point, Google's just going to be like, how do you not know how to spell Masvidal by this time? I'm just making sure, Google. Fuck. Every time, though? Hey, man, I don't want to be that guy.
Taking a screen cap and...
He's taking a screen cap.
Bam.
Now he's gonna send it.
It's a big file.
It's taking a moment to load. Then we'll show you how wrong Fightful was.
Didn't realize it would be over 1 megabyte.
Ooh,
I don't know why it's that big.
ooh, ooh.
It's almost there.
Because the size of the screen cap.
Yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, would have been great if Prelude to Glory was listed as recent episodes.
Right? Well, they have that whole. Maybe it wasn't listed. Maybe it's not considered an Impact Plus special. Maybe that's what it was.
I mean, that's what the Impact Wrestling website listed it as. So I don't know.
Look at that! Look at that! Look at that! There he is! There he
Look
is!
at that! It's Shira.
Shira!
And Rohit is clapping on the apron.
Yes, that's Rohit.
And there's Willie Mack, and there's Rich Swan, the Swanee.
And just to show you on the stream, I hope you can see it. It says right here, Raj Singh and Rohit Raju. That didn't even watch the fucking show. Like, I am not making this shit up. You can see Raj Singh and Rohit. Zach, what does that say?
It says Raj Singh and Rohit.
It's almost like Fightful doesn't know what they're talking about. Hey, Jeremy Lambert, you got, kid. Remember when I used to hate when people said that to me? Because everyone was saying it, and now no one's saying it, so I'm bringing it back ironically. Hang on. We're having a little bit of a skiff. Can you hear me, Zach? Hang on. Skiff is still pending. There you are. Welcome back.
Oh, here we go.
I'm going to call whenever the feed drags a skiff. We'll see how long that works.
Okay.
So I'm a little surprised that Desi Hit Squad lost, considering Mahabali was so well booked over the course of the entire weekend. You know, the 2 times he was in the ring.
Yeah.
Technically 3 if we're counting Impact, because he did win the 8-man battle royal. 8-person battle royal. I'm so sorry I misgendered you.
Oh my
God.
Goodness.
Oh, God. I'm so sorry. Sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. Guys, I'm so sorry. It was fine.
Yeah.
Swan and Mac are a great tag team together.
They are.
I genuinely think that's where their best work has been. Mac, I would like to see more with the promos, though. I think Swan's okay, but Mac's got the Dusty Rhodes style charisma.
Yes.
He's got that genuine relatability. And I would love, because like the next pay-per-view is not until January, but they're going to have 2 monthlies, I would imagine, in November and December. I think they've already announced the November one. I would love it if Willie Mack got a title shot against Brian Cage. I don't want him to beat Brian Cage because I don't think Willie Mack's there yet, if he'll ever be there. But Mack versus Cage would be a great main event for one of those Impact Plus shows. And now that Brian Cage is healthy, why not?
Yeah.
So, any thoughts on the opener?
Yeah, I agree. It was a decent match. I was thinking the same thing about Will Mack, either watching this match or watching Bound for Glory, is that Mack has all the tools in the ring, but I would love to see an out of the ring character for Willie Mack. It's the one piece of the puzzle we're missing, and it would be great to see that, and it would propel him to the top.
And that is said by a ninja, so you know he knows what he's talking about. So we move on. It's Fallah Bahh versus Johnny Swinger, the heartbreaking moment of the night. Johnny Swinger lost his undefeated streak. In the
2-0, man.
In the days of sports, we will talk about Goldberg's 165-0. We will talk about Demetrius Johnson's run of successful title defenses in the UFC. Joe DiMaggio and his hit streak. Aaron Kefauver of San Francisco and his 48,000 hot dogs in a single season. Great streaks of sports. And we will add Johnny Swinger's Impact undefeated streak as well. A true legend in the making. A true legend defined by legendary skills. Johnny Swinger. Everyone. So yeah, Volleyball sat on him and beat him.
Yep.
That's basically the match. I actually enjoyed this. It was very old school WrestleMania-esque. It was very 80s in its stylings. And while I don't want an entire card like that, I do like that Impact does offer variety. So like I'm cool with that. If you have anything, now's the time.
Yeah, I mean, I agree, and that I like that they went with that as it ties in to Johnny Swinger's gimmick going on right now. You know, he believes he's wrestling back in the day, so let's have a back in the day style match. So it worked.
I also love the fact that he was talking to the crowd the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of interaction is lost on today's wrestling youth, and I'm glad that Swinger's bringing it back because it makes for entertainment when you don't realize it. Like whenever he hits like that rare chin lock, he starts yelling at the crowd. You think, oh, well, a rare chin lock is a rest hold. But what he's doing is utilizing that pause in the action to extend the warranty of the match, so to speak, by engaging in the crowd and keeping us interested while not overdoing it on moves. So when the break is over, so to speak, we can get back to the action without having gone through a list of flips, kicks, and switches that would just downplay the severity of the match. And this is a brilliant way of prolonging a match without having to spam moves. So
That's called in-ring psychology.
Yep. And a lot of people don't have it anymore.
No, in fact, it's practically shunned in today's wrestling.
We're bringing it back.
Bringing it back. You know who has great in-ring psychology?
Johnny
Cody
Swinger.
Rhodes.
Cody Rhodes does
And
have
Jordan.
Cody Rhodes does have great in-ring psychology. Too bad his business practice decisions are not as exceptional.
Well, I mean,
Because I've already tapped out on AEW.
after 3 episodes?
They're all the same flippy doodahs. Every match is a flippy doodah.
That is really the feeling I got from all the like AEW shows pre-Dynamite, where it's like you have Cody Rhodes put on a great psychological match.
Yeah.
And then everyone else is just flippy doodah.
Yeah. I will not rap flippy doodahs. I will rap ring psychology. And sing the Batman theme while I do so. In ring psychology, not flippy doodahs.
That was really good.
Next up, we get Moose. I'm sorry. Next up, we actually get Theo Storm versus Russ Jones. Now, Russ Jones is on a little list I made. This little list of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. I forgot to add them, actually. Most of the names are from Old Glory, that's why. This little list of mine is a list of names Impact should sign because they are fantastic. Russ Jones is on this list. Russ Jones is the type of wrestler I would hire because that dude looked all kinds of give no fucks, for no fucks shall be quartered, or whatever that line is. We offer, wait, what does it go? No mercy shall be had because no mercy shall be offered, or no prisoner shall be had because no prisoner shall be quartered, or something like that. I don't know.
Offer no quarters as no quarter will be given.
Something like that. Basically, just kill a motherfucker.
Yeah.
And that's what Russ Jones looks like. Kill a motherfucker. But Moose still kicked his face off.
Yeah.
Then he cut a promo. Or he cut a promo, then he kicked his face off. It doesn't really matter. It was pretty much a squash.
Yes.
Speaking of squashes, Havoc defeated Alana Black, who kind of looks like Paige.
A little bit.
If Paige didn't have a terrible abdomen tattoo. Like, I saw Paige on WWE's new studio show. I was like, God damn, when did Paige get hot? And then I saw a photo of her and her abdomen. I'm like, oh, that tattoo's terrible. Never mind. I am very much not a tattoo guy, and I'm very much the kind of guy who would totally bail if there's an ugly tattoo. I'm done. Later. That's why I have no desire to date Adam Thornton or Lester the Legend. Or CM Punk for that matter. Specifically CM Punk's chest tattoo. That's terrible. Ugh. I did like that Elena Black.
But the Pepsi, man.
The Pepsi and the Cobra symbol. Yes. Elena Black came out with Jessica Havoc in a coffin.
Yes.
And I love that. That was great. But then Elena Black got her face kicked in.
Yeah.
Don't do the face kickerinos. It's no bueno. We then had Sami Callihan versus Desmond Xavier. These are both Dayton, Cincinnati boys. So it's cool to see the OVE crew proper getting involved. Ace Romero, by the way, I believe is another member of the OVE crew, which would explain a lot. I'm not saying there's a bias towards them. I'm just saying there's probably a bias towards them. It says Ace Romero was born in Orlando, but I think they said he was from Ohio. Let me double check this shit. Yeah, it's stuck in my head. All right, fuck off.
I have no issue with this. This is the greatest time.
It said he was trained by Biff Busick. Maybe he wasn't from Cincinnati. Maybe I got my aces confused.
Possible.
There are so many these days.
Yes.
So, Callihan and Xavier had a really good match. I am not surprised. These guys know each other very well. I think they helped train. I know Callihan, I think, or maybe one of the Christs helped train Xavier. So there's a very astute understanding on this. They know each other, and I appreciate that. I don't know exactly if this was the best they could do, because I feel like there's a little bit that they took off this match, but then again, it's also not the main event, so you don't want to put everything on. There was some outside interference, and the match kind of bled into the very next one, because Jake Christ and Madman came down during this match. Sammy essentially got the win because of that. Then Tessa and Brian Cage came down, and Sammy got taken out by Dez with a flippity doodle off the ring apron onto Sammy. And then into Cage and Tessa we went, and this was always going to be Cage and Tessa. There was a cool moment, though. The match itself was fine. It's nothing to write home about. But before the match, Cage and Tessa grabbed the belts, and Tessa grabbed the world title.
She did.
And Cage grabs the X and goes, no, switch. No, he's like, trade. That was great. Tessa does not give zero fucks and wants Brian's title.
Yeah.
Maybe she just wants Brian. Maybe she's cultivating a plan to get rid of Melissa. Melissa's about to have a rough 2019. I'll tell you what.
What about Senor Richards?
You mean Senor Daga Richards?
Yes.
What's the Spanish for wolf?
Wolfos? Let's find out.
Wolfos? Lobo.
El Lobo.
El Mexicano Lobo. The Mexican wolves.
So basically, the main man is Hispanic.
Yes. I mean, Dog is obviously. Lobo. Okay, I got what you mean. I was like, Dog is Hispanic. He's Mexican. You actually meant Lobo, the villain, hero, something from DC Comics. Yes.
The main man.
I've always suspected the main man was Hispanic. I don't know why, but there you go. He's the wolf. The big bad wolf. The hallway monitor. So, we move on. Tenille, Jordan, Rosemary defeated Taya, Kira, and Madison. How'd you feel about that Rosemary match there, sir? Do we have a... There you are.
I'm here. I thought the match was fine. I liked the match in that it gave a chance to kind of showcase the characters that were in there. because you have a great character in Rosemary. Madison Rain, as the weeks go on, I am much more enjoying her work, her character work in the ring.
Mm-hmm.
Her wrestling is still, but her marching up and down the ring apron, chanting locker room leader was.
You have a slight hiccup. One moment. I will find a way to make sure that this is accurate come eventually. I don't know when that's going to be. Welcome back, Zach.
Oh, we're back.
It's not that you go anywhere. It's just that you go... It sounds like you're trying to eat a fish that's still alive. It's wiggling down your throat.
Is that not what sushi is?
No, sushi is raw fish. That's very much dead.
I mean, you can't get more raw than still alive.
Well, yes, you're technically correct, but also phonetically incorrect, because technically raw implies that it's dead and uncooked.
I know.
Well, I'm just making sure. I may not be great at math or science, but the English language is the one thing I do have a handle on. So I'm not supposed to mix these two ingredients together? Why not? An explosion? I think you're full of shit.
It'll be fine.
It's fine. It's fine. So about that mixture you told me not to make? So Rosemary, did you enjoy the Rosemary?
I enjoyed the Rosemary. I enjoyed the Rosemary trying to get Taya to hit her. And Taya's just like, I will absolutely not do that. No. And Rosemary just storms, fuck this shit.
I do like that Taya is living up to her end of the friendship.
I do too. It's fantastic.
It's also going to set up for a great match down the road.
It will.
Like, I am very much enjoying these two together. I did not like Taya for the longest time. Like, as an in-ring worker, she's fine, but I never thought her personality really gravitated with me. And then there's all that Ace Austin Aries shit last year. But with this new Valley Girl-esque persona she's got and this desire to be Rosemary's BFF, like, I am 100% on board. It's so goddamn good.
It's so good.
Eddie defeated Ace Austin. I wanted more violence and death and visceral carnage. But, you know, it's fine. It's good. I mean, Eddie's never going to put on a bad match. He's too good.
Yeah.
But I feel like this match would have been better served for After Bound Glory. Like, I get wanting to have something, but...
Yeah. Though it's not the first time that they've faced each other since this feud started, so...
True. Very true. Very true. I'm the dog, the big bad dog. So, main event time. It's Marufuji, and they're the best friends. Ooh, Rob Van Dam and Rhino. They defeated the North and Michael Elgin, who should just be called New Team Canada. Let's be honest about that one, guys. That's a
Where's Lance Storm?
If he can be serious for a moment, that'd be great, actually. Lance Storm's the new coach. Scott D'Amore comes out, he's all like, yeah, I'd like my job back, Lance. And Lance is like, can I be serious here, Scott? Of course, Lance. Then he kicks Scott in the face. That's a great way to be faces, though, so I don't know.
That's very true. Very true.
Speaking of the faces, apparently Scott D'Amore said that they've resolved all outstanding issues with Matthew Hardy. And that they are open to bringing him back at a time in which he feels that he would like to come back. So that's pretty cool. I guess.